Okay, back here live at Plainville, having a few technical difficulties. First batter up for the Cardinals is Drayden Puckett, and he was thrown out, so we have one out with Becker at the plate and a 1-2 count on him. And he swings and misses, the ball gets through, and he's going to make it to first, I think. There's no way I don't think they're going to make this throw. And not only that, but the ball gets out into the outfield, so almost a bad decision there to throw it down the first base line. But so Puckett gets first out. Becker makes it to first, even though he struck out. But we're going to give him a single there, and we have Zane Stahl up at the plate. Pitch on the way up high, ball one. Pitch on the way, that one he swings, makes contact, but fouls it off, strike one. So 4-2 Mustangs here in the bottom half of the fourth inning. Cardinals have kept the Mustangs at bay in the last two innings. They just need to get some offense going here. Try to split this series here tonight. Pitch on the way, called, strike. So 1-2 strikes there against Stahl. Runner at first, that's Becker. That one, good solid contact by Stahl. Drops in to the outfield, and we're going to have runners at first and second. Nice solid single there for Stahl, and we'll be back up at the top of the order here with Reed Stamper. Reed Stamper has been out twice here in this game. This will be his third at-bat. And now the Mustangs will take a short break, and so we'll take a short break as well. We'll be right back here after the Mustangs timeout on the Bird's Eye View. All right, back live here from the ball field. Zane Stahl at first, Braylon Becker at second, Reed Stamper in with one out. Pitch on the way outside. Ball one. Good solid contact there. Shortstop to second, second over to first. I'm going to call safe at first, so good running down the line there by Stamper to stay safe. So Becker over to third, Stahl out at second. Stamper at first. Two out now. Carson Ditter in. Some discussion here on the pitcher coming off of the pitching mound there. So no call being made on that one. As the sun sets, it's going to get a little tougher on the players there in the outfield as they are looking directly into the sun. Ditter steps in with the two outs here and two on. Swings away, fouls it off. Strike one. Good solid contact Second baseman having trouble with it. A run will score. So Becker comes across and scores. And runners are safe at first and second. Garvert with a pop up to first, and Shearer goes over and makes the catch, and that'll end the inning, but not before the Cardinals at least get one run in. Cut it to 1, 4-3 as we head into the fifth inning. We'll be right back here on the Bird's Eye View. Okay, back here, top of the fifth. First batter up for the Mustangs will be number 2, Gage Meyer. And I think we're going to have some substitutions coming in, so we'll have to kind of keep track of that. Stamper still on the mound for Plainville. Drops it in right where he left off for strike 1. That's how we ended the last inning, dropping in some curveballs like that. So see if he can keep that rolling. It's looking pretty good right now. Drops that one in too, and he's going to get that one. Thought that might have been a little bit on the outside, but they're going to give it to him. Strike 2, 0-2 count here to Meyer to start it off. Solid hit down the right field line. Foul ball. Going to stay with the 0-2 count. Pitch on the way. That one's going to be behind, and he hits kind of one of those crazy things. He ducked to get out of the pitch, and it ricochets off of his bat that was up in the air, so it's considered a foul ball, but still the 0-2 count. So Meyer steps back in with an 0-2 count against him. Stamper on the delivery, and high pitch. He hits it down the third base line and foul. So Meyer staying alive here with a lot of foul hits. And the 0-2 pitch for about the third time on the way from Stamper. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So Meyer stayed alive for a long time, but Stamper gets his 5th strikeout of the game, and Connor Shavat, the pitcher, should be up here. He's been out 0 for 2 here in this game. Thrown out by the third baseman, and then a nice hit to center field that was caught. So that one headed to the shortstop. Ditter coming over to make the play. Nice play. Bethel reaching out to make the stick. So another nice shot from the shortstop to the first baseman, and Cardinals in business here with two quick outs. Brody Shear up to the plate. He had a double his last time up. He reaches out for one, fouls it off. Strike one. Oh, 1 pitch on its way outside, ball one. That one he reaches for and foul, strike two. One ball, 2 strike to Shearer. 2 outs here, nobody on. And a swing and a miss, and Stamper gets another strikeout here. That's number 6 on the game. And so the Cardinals mowing them down again. See if the offense can get it rolling here in their bottom half of the 5th. We'll be right back here on the Bird's Eye View. All right, welcome back here to Max Moline Ballpark in Plainville. Cardinals trailing 4-3, heading into their bottom half of the 5th inning. Riddick Bethel will be the first batter for the Cardinals. He flew out to center field, and also in the first inning, he had a single, made it to second. So we'll see if he can get things rolling here. Cardinals doing a great job on defense. They have blanked the Mustangs the last 3 innings. They've scored 1 run on every inning but one. See if they can get a few more this time around. That one outside, ball one. New pitcher in for the Mustangs, number 5, Deegan Walters. Walters with the windup and the 1-0 pitch, and Bethel pops it up high. Play looked like it's at center field, and it's made out there, I think, by Meyer. At least that's who was out there earlier. So Another pop out to center field for Bethel. And up to plate will be Isaac Stamper. He's had a great go here in the pitching side of things. Walked in the first inning and hit a double in the second inning. So pretty good second game evening for both sides. He goes after the first pitch, and it was a good one. Misses on the swing, strike one. Inside pitch, but they're going to give it to him. Strike two. You can see the shadows coming across on the infield here. Walters set and the pitch on the way. That one low. One and two on Stamper. That one low, 2-2. High, ball three. So worked it back to a full count here with one out. Pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. It's in the dirt. See if they can throw him out in time, and they do. So out from catcher to first. And the Cardinals 2 up, 2 down. Colby Nuss to the plate. Both offenses have kind of fizzled here in game number 2. It's a good pitch by Walters and a good swing by Nuss, but no contact made. Strike one. That one called strike two. So Nuss quickly behind in the count, 0-2. And the 0-2 pitch from Walters on the way. Swing popped up. Another throw down to first in time. Strike three. So the Cardinals 1-2-3 in this one. They'll have to shut down the Mustangs again. See what happens here at the top of the 6th. We'll be right back. All right, back here for the top of the 6th. Coming to the plate will be number 13, Tristan Keith, catcher. He had a single, but it was thrown out at first and then struck out. So he's 0 for 2. Well, we'll say 1 for 2 here in this game, but then thrown out. Strike called as Stamper is getting that call. 0-1 pitch on the way here to Keith. Got one, a dribbler to third. Garvert coming up to make the play. He's got it. Throw to first. Not in time. That was tough. It was short hit, and Garvert charged it, but could not get it to first in time. So Keith safe at first. And up to bat number 15, Cody Charvat, who has a single and a walk here in this game. Like a pinch runner over there at first. I didn't catch a number, so I'll have to try to see if we can get that. Solid hit up the middle. That one's going to get through the infield. So the pinch runner's going to get all the way around to third. And Charvat at first with a hard hit, long single. Still can't quite see the number on the pinch runner here. So the Mustangs come out here in the 6th inning and are moving some people around. Garrett Bonin up at the plate now. He had a single in the first or second inning and then struck out in the third. That pitch high. Charvat trots into second, so now runners at second and third with nobody out here in the top of the 6th. All right, ready to roll here as Stamper's ready on the pitch. Swing and a miss on Bonin. Strike one, 0-1 count here to them. Still runners on second and third. That pitch. Didn't get that one. It's outside. 2 balls and 1 strike. That one was going across for a strike. He swings and makes contact, going to even up the count at 2 apiece. Two balls and 2 strikes. 2 runners on, nobody out. No runs across here this inning. Swing foul. Going to stay at 2-2. Drops it in for strike 3. So Bonin caught looking on that curveball, and that is strikeout unofficially number 7 for Stamper. So still 2 runners on, 1 out now. Traden Herskowitz at the plate. Strike called. Herskowitz walked in inning number 2 and scored, and then he was thrown out in inning number 4. Swing and a miss. Strike 2, so Stamper up quickly on the count here. Inside corner, tried to get it to break, wouldn't do it, so ball 1, 1-2. Good swing. Strikeout number 8. So 2 outs now with 2 on. So Mustangs started off the inning with moving some people, but they have stalled out with runners at second and third. And now number 5, Walters, the new pitcher, up at the plate. Strike 1 to him. Stamper waiting, and now he's ready on the delivery. A little high, ball one. That one hangs up in the air a little bit too high before it breaks. Ball two. 2 balls and 1 strike. Solid contact up in the air. It's going deep. And it's gone. Walters puts one out over the fence with 2 people on. That's a 3-run shot here in the top of the 6th. And he's going to come around and get congratulated by his teammates. So a big home run there. Seven to 3 now. After the Cardinals had him shut down. And that pitch on the inside to Meyer. So Meyer coming up here in the 6th inning with 2 outs. Ooh, Meyer goes up after a maybe high and inside pitch, but he swings at it anyway. 1-1 the count now on him. That one going to stay outside, ball 2. That one drops inside, but too far inside, ball 3. So 3-1 here to Caleb Meyer on top of the 6th. Cardinals had him at bay until Walters just hit a 3-run home run to make the lead 7-3. Foul tip keeps Meyer alive with a full count now, 3-2. Full count with 2 out, nobody on. And solid contact, but Bethel has it. It's going to be a race to first, and Bethel gets him. It was a foot race, and Bethel wins, and he'll be out to first. So Cardinals get out of the inning, but not before some damage is done. Gage Meyer will be the next one up for the Mustangs in inning number 7. Cardinals coming up here in the 6th. Hopefully they can get some runs across. We'll be right back. All right, here we go. Bottom half of the 6th inning. Cardinals needing to do some damage on the offensive end. They've had a pretty good defensive game tonight, minus a couple of innings. Puckett led off the inning in the 4th. He lead it off again here in the 6th. Swing and a miss on the first pitch, strike 1. Oh, called strike on the outside corner. Strike two. Contact foul. Stays alive in an 0-2 count. Becker waiting on the on-deck circle. Pitch on the way. That one's going to be low. Ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Puckett. Puckett 0 for 2 on the night here in game number 2. That one curved inside, but didn't break enough. 2-2 now to Puckett. Walters with pretty good movement on the ball as he brings it up for the 2-2 pitch. That one's going to be outside. Full count. 3-2 to Drayden Puckett. Cardinals need base runners here. That one's going to be behind him, so he's going to get a walk. So we'll take that. Puckett gets on base. He has some speed. See if we can take advantage of it. Coming to the bat. Plate now is Braylon Becker. He had a walk in inning number 2 and a single in inning number 4, and he scored in that inning number 4. Did not score in inning number 2, made it around the 3rd. Pitch gets past the catcher, and off to second goes Puckett. One ball, no strikes to Becker. Puckett with a big lead off second. And they bring him back in. Now the pitch from Walters. Swing popped up, straight up. And the catcher will make the play. So popped out to 2 as Becker made contact, but out to 2. And that should be Zane Stahl coming to the plate. So first out for the inning here for the Cardinals. All right, catcher taking care of equipment there. Stahl steps into the box. Puckett at second base. One out here in the top or the bottom half of the 6th. And the pitch from Walters. Swing and a miss, strike 1. So far, they're just checking on Puckett at second, but they haven't made any moves. And the pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. I think Puckett might make it to third if he hustles. They're going to call him safe. Got up under the tag. So they're going to let him have that one. So Puckett has made it around to third. He's in scoring position with 1 out. But an 0-2 count here to Stahl. Pitch on the way from Walters. Called strike 3. So Deegan Walters gets his first strikeout, and we'll be back up at the top of the order here in the 6th inning with Reed Stamper. 2 outs now, though. Runner on third. Outside pitch, ball 1. Inside pitch, ball 2, low and inside. Two-0 pitch from Walters on the way. That one inside, ball 3. So 3 straight pitches, 3 straight balls to Reed Stamper. 2 outs here in the inning. And the 3-0 pitch on the way. Ball 4. So now runners at first and third. And Carson Ditter up to the plate. Carson 2 for 3 here in game number 2 with, 1 for 2 with a walk. That pitch, a strike, throw to second. Good throw, but good speed there by Stamper. He makes it into second. So now Cardinals have runners at second and third with 2 out. Low ball, 1-1. Ditter waiting on the 1-1 pitch. Inside, ball 2. And the 2-1 pitch on the way. Outside, 3-1. So Walters in danger of walking the bases loaded here. Ditter with a pretty good eye if he sees something he likes. Runner's getting a little bit of a lead there with 2 outs. If he makes contact, they're going to go. That one, ball 4. So now the bases are loaded for Brian Garvert. A couple of walks here in this inning. Outside pitch, good dig there by the catcher. Ball 1. Contact made, shortstop has it, goes to second, and the throw is off. 1 run will score. Puckett comes across, Stamper comes across, and we've got runners at first and third. All right, Bethel up at the plate, still 2 runners on, 2 outs here. That pitch outside, ball 1. So Garvert's at first, Ditter's at third. 2 runs across this inning. Bethel, who's hit the ball hard but flown out twice to center field. Outside, ball 2. Lead off at first. And the pitch. Nice solid hit. Shortstop has it. He's going across to first. And they got him at first. But a couple runs across there get the Cardinals a couple of runs closer. We'll be back here for the final inning. 7-5 Mustangs as we go into the top half of the 7th. All right, final inning here at Max Moline Ballpark. Should be Gage Meyer coming up to the plate first for the Mustangs. Gage made it to first base, was thrown out, been struck out as well. He goes after the first pitch in the dirt, but he swings, strike one. Cardinals need 3 up, 3 down. They're only down 2 here. Nice curve, but didn't catch the corner that time. 1-1 the count now. Waiting in the on-deck circle is number 12, Connor Shavat. Swing, contact, back to Stamper over to first, and that's it. So a 1-3 quick out there to start the top half of the 7th. Shavat up at the plate now. He is 0 for 3 according to my sheet here. Popped out once and thrown out twice. Brody Shearer waiting on the on-deck circle. First pitch strike to Shavat. Next one on the way, curveball. Shortstop Ditter throwing first. Got him in time. Nice 6-3 play there to get the second out. And now up to bat Brody Shearer. Struck out, got a double, which he made it to third, did not score, and then he was thrown out in the first. Hard contact, driving it left, deep left. Foul ball. Mustangs thought they had another over-the-fence home run. It sounded like good contact when it left, but they call it foul. And Shearer will come back. So that was a long strike there for Shearer, but he'll be in the batter's box again. 2 outs here in the inning. That one hangs up high. Ball 1. One and 1 the count now to Shearer. Cardinals hoping to get out of here with no extra runs added on. 2-1 now the count. Good pitch there to even it up 2-2. Good curve there with a little bit taken off of it, almost a little bit of a changeup look. And the count is 2-2. Brody steps into the box, waiting on the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Some heat there from Stamper, and I have him down for 9 strikeouts. And the Cardinals mow him down here in the top half of the 7th. When we come back, Cardinals will need 2 to tie and 3 to win. We'll be right back. All right, here we go. Final at bat for the Cardinals, unless they can get some runs across here. First at bat, Isaac Stamper. And the first pitch on the way, swing. Strike one. Probably can't see the scoreboard. Cardinals have done a pretty good job. Second inning and sixth inning were the big run innings for the Mustangs. Otherwise, the Cardinals pretty well shut them out this game. 9 strikeouts unofficially for Stamper. 1-1 the count to him as Walters ready to bring that 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Walters with the stretch, and here comes the pitch. Dribbler down the third base line. Looks like it's going to be foul. All right, 1-2 pitch on the way again. Shot down the third base line again, but foul. So Stamper stays alive here. On the on-deck circle is Nuss and then Puckett. And if anybody gets on, Braylon Becker. And the 1-2 pitch again. Swing and a miss. Strikeout. So Walters records his second strikeout, and Colby Nuss will come to the plate. Strike 1 to Nuss on the swing. Strike 2. 2 good pitches from Walters. 2 good swings from Nuss, just not making contact. So 0-2 count here with 1 out, nobody on. That one's going to be in the dirt. And the pitch on the way. Outside. Ball. 2-2. Popped up. Shortstop backing up. Makes the catch. So a pop up to the shortstop makes 2 outs here, 2 quick outs on the Cardinals, and Puckett, trying to keep the Cardinals alive here, will be up at the plate. Puckett's hit the ball well here, but 1 for 3 on the evening on this game. High, ball 1. One 0 pitch from Walters on the way. In the dirt, ball 2. Strike called. 2 balls and 1 strike. Fouled off. 2-2 the count. Mustangs 1 strike away from taking the 2 games here tonight. So 2-2 with 2 out, nobody on. Cardinals trailing 7-5. And Walters with the delivery. Called strike 3. And that's going to do it here from Max Moline Ballpark as Sylvan-Lucas Mustangs come in and take 2 from the Cardinals. This last one a good one, all 7 innings, final score 7-5. Some track meets and ball games coming up next week. Keep an eye on the Facebook page. We'll let you know where we're going to be for tonight. Thanks for watching us on the Bird's Eye View. Sorry about the connection issue. We're not sure what happened. It just dropped us for a little while. But hopefully you were able to pick us back up when we got back online. Have a good holiday weekend, and we'll see you next week somewhere, somehow.